You're listening to TRAXXfm's podcast. If you've enjoyed our content, more podcasts are available on the RTM Click app and website. Let us know what you think. Please email us at traxxfm.rtm@gmail.com. Like and follow us on social media at TRAXXfm Official.
Good morning. Hope you guys are having a good day today. And today it is my absolute pleasure to have this interview in the studio, because today we are talking about Navy's first female officer specialist in ammunition as well as explosives. And our guest today is Lieutenant Puteri Shazwani binti Megat Ahmad Shariman RMN, who is an ammunition technical officer with the Royal Malaysian Navy. Now, she has served in the Royal Malaysian Navy and became the very first woman to be qualified as an ammunition technician as well as an EOD, which is an explosive ordnance disposal, in 2021. With these two qualifications, Puteri has the skills to perform a physical examination and functional proof testing of ammunition and explosives that have expired, and also their destruction in the event that they have already expired cannot be used anymore. Good morning and welcome to the studio, Puteri. Absolutely lovely having you here today.
Yes, thank you for having me.
All right, not nervous, are we?
I hope so.
All right then. Right, so let's get on with the questions. Before we dig in furthermore, do tell us a bit more about yourself and what led you to this particular career path. And also, adding on to that, is it hard for a woman to hold the title of a Tentera Laut Diraja Malaysia Lieutenant?
Well, first of all, thank you for the introduction. Actually, right now, I am based in Kuantan Naval Base as an ammunition technical officer. And my journey in the military actually began in 2014 after I completed my SBM. I was actually studying in the National Defence University of Malaysia as an officer cadet. And later, I was commissioned in 2019, holding a degree in human resource defense, which is actually something different than what I'm in right now.
Yeah.
But after commissioning, I was posted to the supply and administration branch. And my decision to join the military was actually driven by my desire to explore my own capabilities and also to challenge myself and to unleash my skills. So and on top of that, my intention was also to ease burden my parents financially, because when we were cadets, when we were studying, everything was sponsored by the government. So
All right. So being a female TLDM lieutenant, how hard is it?
Well, of course, everything starts somewhere, right? So it has been actually about 4 years now. And I was actually commissioned as a Lieutenant Muda. So right now, Lieutenant is actually like the third rank in the Navy. So I just, I was just given a promotion recently in July, actually, as a Lieutenant. Well, I must say it's quite a long journey, and my journey to the next rank is still a long way to go.
But it is coming though.
Yeah.
It is coming. Now, your job, this is the most interesting part, right? Your job requires you to work with explosives. You have to inspect them. You have to inspect explosive as well as ammunition physically, and you also have to test the evidence to determine the condition of the explosive materials. Tell us, what is your life like as an ammunition technician? What do you do?
Well, right now my responsibility revolves around ammunition physical inspection, and also complete round proof for expiring ammunitions, and also I am qualified to dispose expiring or broken ammunitions. Well, of course, being in a male-dominated field is something that is different, and I have to definitely blend in well with the environment. But I can say that, Alhamdulillah, after all this time, I had a very great senior leaders and mentors who have been guiding me all this time, and they supported me. Although I'm the only female in this field, they give me the opportunity to try, and they didn't cut me. They still supported me, and even that there's no other how can I say it? because the environment involved a lot of men, right? So there is like lacking of hospitality for women, especially when we were doing disposal, which were actually in the woods. So being the only female around men is definitely like hard. But they how can I say?
They gave you what you needed.
Yeah, they gave me what I need. You know, they make sure that
You are taken
am
care of.
comfortable.
Yeah.
You know, even though being around men. So, yeah.
So there was no gender barrier at all.
No, definitely no. Surprisingly, even the high level supported my intention at the first place, because when I decided to join, I know that we never had any female officer in this field. So when I decided, surprisingly, actually for the first time in 2021, they opened up opportunities for female officers to join. So there were actually 6 female officers, including 5 Army officer, but I was the only Naval officer. So yeah, we were given the opportunity to join, and Alhamdulillah, after 8 months of taking up this course, we completed it very well.
So it took you about 8 months to complete your training for your ammunition technician and EOD course.
Yes, definitely.
Wow. So 8 months, how was it? How was the training like? Like, you don't have to get into specifics, but how did you feel? Like, is it different? Is it unique compared to what else you have gone through in the Navy itself?
It's very unique. I actually wanted to try something that made me get up from my comfort zone, and I also like wanted to, you know, get up from the office sometimes, you know, do some groundwork, field works, you know, do some dirty works outside of the office. So yeah, the course was tough actually, because we had like 14 terminals altogether, and it includes theory and also reference examinations. But it's just that during that time we had COVID, right? Panic COVID. So we hardly like get out to do outside activities during that time. But yeah, overall, it was very
eye-opening.
Yeah, eye-opening, and it has totally changed my life.
So you now have a set of skills that not many people can say that they have.
Yeah, I can see that.
Yeah, absolutely. Now, how about the response among the female Navy officers to take up the ammunition as well as EOD course?
Well, I think the response among female naval officers was very good, was very positive, because many female officers like seeks for opportunities for professional developments and advancements, because courses like this, you know, like ammunition technical officer, and we also have like pilot and diver. We never had any like female officer inside, so it's definitely a good opportunity if someone can make it. And for me, I feel like being the first doesn't make me the best. It's just that I think
opened up the gate.
Yeah, I opened up the gate for female to take the opportunities, you know, to prove to people, to you know, some men that women are also capable of doing things. So yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. And has anybody, like, after you have done with the course and now you hold the EOD as well as ammunition technical officer post, has any of the female officers come up to you and say, you know what, you're an inspiration, I'm gonna follow this?
Yeah, definitely. We had like several female officers seminar, and then even give me the opportunity to like be the role model for the young female officers. Yeah. So I was very touched by the opportunity given, by the support from all of the seniors, especially with me right now, Lieutenant Commander Karima. She has always been supporting me since my training. I was a cadet. She has always been there for me. They will always, you know, encourage me to stay on track, to, you know, stay focused, you know, do not let any, you know, anything
affect you?
Yeah, affect me. You know, just do what is right, and make sure to
push whatever you can.
Yeah, definitely.
All right, don't worry about it. And you know what we're going to do is we're going to be taking a short break.
All right.
We're going to be taking a short break. We're going to be listening to a song that you requested for. And once we come back, there's more to talk about, because I am very, very excited to be able to learn about what does an ammunition technical officer, what's an EOD and all of that, because I do like the stories that you're telling me right now. It is very interesting because not many civilians can actually look into the military life and get, ideas out of that as well. It can be beneficial for the civilian life too. And so once we're done with the song, we will be back. And once we are back, we will be talking about some of the challenges that you faced. Right. So we're going to be back in a bit. Don't go anywhere. We're currently speaking to Lieutenant Puteri Shazwani binti Megat Ahmad Shariman RMN, Ammunition Technical Officer with the Royal Malaysian Navy, right here on Tracks. Welcome back to W Talk. Today we are talking to Lieutenant Puteri Shazwani binti Megat Ahmad Shariman RMN, Ammunition Technical Officer with the Royal Malaysian Navy. We are talking about the Navy's very first female officer specialist in ammunition and explosives. Now, off air, we were talking about reaction to your from your family, but of course we didn't get the answer yet. So maybe you'd like to tell us, how did your family react when you said, you know what, I'm going to join the military?
Oh, when I first decided to join, it was actually when I was in Form 5. I called my mom because right after I heard a career talk about National Defence University of Malaysia, so I thought it was so interesting. So I called my mom, and then she was surprised. She thought that I was following some guy.
Oh no! Into the military.
Yeah,
wow.
And I was like, no, mom, listen to me. You know what? Everything will be sponsored. Like, you don't even have to think about how to, help me financially. I can really take care of myself now.
Yeah,
if I
I'll take
join
that
the
burden
military,
off.
Yeah. So, and then later, after, she also did some research about the university, and she know me very well. She know how I love to explore a lot of things since I was in primary school. So she decided to give her full support, and until today, she continuously give me the support I needed.
And you've definitely told her about moving on into the ammunition technical part as well as the EOD part. What did she say about that?
Yeah, she said just, oh my God, you ni Puteri tak duduk diam lah. Okay, fine, just go ahead. But please be safe, be careful. I think she know what I'm doing, so she just make sure that I am taking care of myself very well. And I believe that her prayers also helps me.
I mean, parents' blessings, they go a long way, right?
Yes,
absolutely do. And wow, that was funny though. What was your mom's first thought though? Auntie, if you're currently listening, I'm pretty sure talking to her right now, I can tell you it's quite amazing listening to all her stories. Now let's move on back to the questions, right? Your job is undeniably a challenging task. You need to overcome it every day, and you need to be able to sustain in this field. Now, being the very first female officer in ammunition and explosives in Malaysia, could you describe some of the challenges that you faced?
Well, since being in the male-dominated field, of course, people will always questions about our physical requirements, our physical abilities. But something that I acknowledge is, yes, women may have physical limitations, but we don't have limitation in terms of our mental strength, our knowledge, intellect, and also our personality. So if we are given the opportunity, I believe that we can definitely achieve great things based on our performance, and capabilities rather than just gender or age or these physical requirements.
Yep, and I think from my personal understanding is the military, not just the Navy, the military by itself, a lot of people seem to think it's purely a physical thing, but the mental aspect of it is very, very much important, right?
Yeah.
To be able to constantly, undergo the challenges, undergo the pressure. And I've read somewhere that women actually handle mental pressure much better than men.
Yes, I agree with you.
Yeah, absolutely true. Look at that, I'm throwing the boys under the bus. But sorry, guys, I do have to say what is true at times. Please don't beat me. And it is very fascinating to know your journey. How was your very first experience after all the training, or maybe during the training itself, when you were involved in the disposal of explosive material?
Okay, it was actually a year after I completed my course, because during the training course, we had a pandemic COVID-19, so we weren't able to do any physical training outside from the class. So like right after 1 year completing the course, I had the opportunity to join the big scales of disposal ammunitions held by the Royal Malaysian Navy. Like how I explained just now, I didn't feel awkward at all being the only female, because I was actually with the right leaders during that time. And surprisingly, the one who actually encouraged me and who had been guiding me all this time was actually this one senior officer. He is actually now my current commanding officer in Kuantan Naval Base. His name is Lieutenant Commander Farhan Fikri. So he has actually guides me, and he always like, whenever I did mistakes, he would give me the kind of comments and criticism I need. He won't be like other people who, would talk behind your back, so will, simply
be toxic about it.
Yeah, slandering about me. No, he would definitely like call me out, and he would tell me what I need to do, what I need to fix. So this is the kind of leader and, senior I need. And he has definitely helped me to develop my capabilities from time to time. So yeah, he was the one who helped me, especially during this disposal. And during this time, I actually experienced some life and death situation too, because the thing that we were facing was actually something unexpected, because we don't know when things could, mess up sometimes. So that's why we definitely have to like follow the standard operating procedure properly, because if not, we don't want anything bad happen. And sometimes even if we have done it right, it could have been misfired, so yeah, I've never experienced like totally a one-on-one because I'm still like,
there are senior rank.
Yeah, there are other senior rank who are responsible to, take cover for that. So when the ammunitions didn't explode, we call it misfire. So there will be a safety range officer who would crawl to the pit. We call it pit, where we put our explosive there, where we want to dispose the expiring ammunitions. So he will crawl to the pit, and without knowing when it might blow, So yeah, that was definitely something. Wow, what if on the way to the pit, the pit will, explode out of nowhere, That is something I might be facing in the future when I became more senior, So, yeah, that's definitely made me realize how important it's for us to really follow the standard operating procedure that the service has provided us.
Yes, I mean, the SOPs are there to keep you safe.
Yes.
Absolutely. But wow, that is quite dangerous. And EOD, like for explosive ordnance disposal, now for our listeners who don't know out there, that means they are getting rid of either bombs or or missiles that don't blow and can cause safety issues to civilians or also the military as well, right? Yeah. So it is a very dangerous job.
Yes, definitely.
One of the most dangerous jobs out there. Now, what are some of the precautionary measures that you take or the team takes or that must be taken to avoid any untoward incidents? Like, are there any specifics that you do, like before or after or during?
Definitely will, like 1 day before we had the explosion, we must have like group discussions. We must like have plan, and we must definitely follow the plans that we have discussed a day earlier. And like so on the next day, of course, we have to follow the exact plan that we have been planning the previous night. And what made us what we call it, like take extra precautions is like we have safety distance. Like we are required to be at certain distance from the pit, we are not allowed to be around the pit because we don't want any
Shrapnel.
Yeah. So we have this safety. We call it. Wait, I forgot what it's called. Like it's
Perimeter?
Safety perimeter.
Yeah.
To be around. So we are actually blowing the pit. Like the distance was could be like 2 kilometers away from the pit.
That is quite far.
Yeah, that's far. It depends on how large is the scale, like the net explosive quantity. So yeah, we definitely have to take a lot of safety precautions, and we cannot do it like without
Hoo-ha, cannot.
Yeah.
You cannot just walk in,
Yeah.
blow it up and walk away. There's no
we
such
have
thing.
to very properly manageable, and slowly. We cannot simply just like you said, just
Yeah. There's a lot of science involved.
Yeah,
It's not just like taking a gun, shooting the rocket and walking away.
But there's also some misconception about
true.
disposal. Like most people thought that we are diffusing the bombs or explosive. It's not like in any Western movies, no.
Yeah.
We didn't actually like diffuse a bomb by cutting wires.
Yeah.
No, that's
There's
not
no
what-
red or blue.
No.
Yeah.
We actually focus on disposing of the device safely away from everyone, including civilians. So yeah.
Yeah, because I think I've read in the news before, finding old World War II mortars in like some kampong somewhere. So that's when your team comes in, right?
Not really, because
not really?
that one
Okay.
is under responsibility of police.
Oh,
the
okay.
PDRM. They have this one squad. They call it a unit pemusnah bomb.
Oh, okay.
So
okay.
if it's happened only within our area, like in the naval base or any military base, or maybe if they find it somewhere and it is belonging to us, the military, then only they will call us. Then only will come in.
Only when it falls under your responsibility.
Yes, definitely.
Absolutely. Okay, what we're going to do is we're going to be taking another short break. Oh, wow, we are really running out of time. It was a very interesting topic today. We'll be right back after this song. Please don't go anywhere. We're currently speaking to Lieutenant Puteri Shazwani, binti Megat Ahmad Shariman, RMN, Ammunition Technical Officer, Royal Malaysian Navy. We are speaking about Navy's first female officer specialist in ammunition and explosives. Don't go anywhere. Welcome back to W Talk. Today we are talking about Navy's first female officer specialist in ammunition and explosives. Our guest in the studio today is Lieutenant Puteri Shazwani binti Megat Ahmad Shariman, RMN, Ammunition Technical Officer with the Royal Malaysian Navy. And right now on our Facebook page, we do have a couple of comments. On our live, Rose Rafina Chai says, good morning. Rakyat Sokong Angkatan Tentera Malaysia says, terbaik puan. And also another good morning from Christiana Chin. Right, thanks so much, guys. And now, talking to Lieutenant Puteri Shazwani, of course, what are your future aspirations?
Well, my future aspirations revolve around further excellence in my role as the female officer specialized in ammunitions and also explosive ordnance disposal. And also building on my initial experiences, I aim to continue learning and growing because my journey is still long way to go in the military. So there's still a lot of things to learn, weakness to fix, and experience and knowledge to gain. So yeah, I also aspire to inspire the young generations, especially female ladies officer, to step up from their comfort zone and to believe in whatever they want to do. Because I believe that in this life, not just in the military, it's important for you to unleash your potential, unlock your skills. So then only you know what you are capable of. That's why I always believe in this motto, which is, until you spread your wings, you will never know how far you can fly. So yeah.
True that. Get those wings. And of course, I think you as a role model would not only be beneficial to female officers, but also to male officers. You can create a benchmark right there for them. You know what? Let's be like Puteri, right? Absolutely. And right now, just I think you did say a couple of stuff for young women, but what advice, if you have to put it down in words, what advice would you have for young women in particular who are interested to be part of the uniformed service?
Well, for me, it's just down to one thing. The first thing that I did was to put the right intention. You need to ask yourself why you are doing this, because many people that I came across, especially those who commented on my Instagram, who direct messaged me on Instagram, they were really excited to pursue this field, but they haven't really done any research about it. They were just excited because, oh, you look so cool in the uniforms.
Yeah, fashion first.
Yeah, and then the guys were crash landing on you. Was so handsome and macho. And yeah, I told them, you know what? I disagree with this perspective of joining the military, and it should be more than just about looking cool, and because there's some of my friends, they admitted that they joined the military because it seemed cool initially, but then they kind of regretted their decisions after they faced the reality. So that's why you need to put really, really right intention before joining the military. If you really want to change your life, you really want to explore your capabilities, you want to maybe help your parents, then go for it, because you kind of need the motivation and inspiration to stay relevant and also to sustain throughout the whole journey. So yeah.
Absolutely, because I think looking cool will only sustain it for a while, but the will as well as the discipline needed would sustain it much longer. Now, before we end, Puteri, any other things that you would like to say to our listeners?
To young female out there.
That excludes me, of course. Okay.
Maybe if you have a
younger sister.
Okay, yeah. Younger sister. Don't be afraid to get up from your comfort zone. Just embrace the uniqueness of yourself. Okay, and then seize every opportunity to learn and grow. Just surround yourself with good mentors or leaders or peers who would support you throughout your journey or decisions. Just be resilient and stay true to your goals. So for me, in everything that you do, you need to step forward with confidence, and knowing that you have the capability to excel and make meaningful impact to the organizations and also to the society, especially the young generations. So yeah.
Absolutely. Very well said. And we at TRAXXfm would like to wish you all the best in your career. With the military. Let's hope you get rank upon rank upon rank until your shoulders grow heavy. And
hopefully.
And also like to just say wishing you luck on being a good leader as well.
Thank you.
Thank you so much, Puteri.
Thank you for having me.
All right. Absolutely wonderful having you here. Ladies and gentlemen, we spoke to Lieutenant Puteri Shazwani binti Megat Ahmad Shariman, RMN Ammunition Technical Officer, Royal Malaysian Navy, and we spoke about her being the very first female officer specialist in the Navy under ammunition and explosives. And with that, it's now time for more music to come your way. I'll be back in the next hour. Don't go anywhere. My name is KG, and you're currently listening to Trax.
You're listening to TRAXXfm's podcast. If you've enjoyed our content, more podcasts are available on the RTM Click app and website. Let us know what you think. Please email us at traxxfm.rtm@gmail.com. Like and follow us on social media at TRAXXfm Official.